Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and tech and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Sorry for the delay. All right. Hopefully we'll keep audio this time. We'll have to wait and see. Oops. Uh, all right. Hopefully this is working now. Let me know. I was so full of hope. I did so much. It was working for a while. It had an update, and then I start, and it just sucks. So, think it's working now. Guys, honestly, like if this keeps up, I might have to pause live streaming to either learn OBS or one of the other platforms, just because this is just nuts dealing with all this. Um, all right, let's hope to see if it holds out. Let me know in the chat as soon as we have any audio issues, although I'll be looking at it time to time. Let's get at least through the news as we did in the past 2 weeks, so let's get to that stuff. Big news is going to be the first looks at the Z Fold 6 and the Pixel 9 series. So we have the Pixel Z Fold 6 next to the Z Fold 5, and we can see it's not too much of a difference. It's more of a boxier design. And Hello, hello. All right, at least now it looks better now, but all right, like I said, we might just get through this the news and then call it a night. And again, guys, it might take a few weeks off. I'll let you guys know, but the good news is I'm trying to do at least 2 videos a week now, so hopefully we'll get more of that. All right, but it's more square design, and it looks like we are getting bigger cameras, at least from the pictures. So hopefully that is something that we get. But yeah, is it staticky? Someone's saying it's staticky. But yeah, so there we go for that. Very low. Can you guys hear it or no? Can you guys hear me? No, not static. All right, hopefully this is okay. All right. So yeah, so this is how the design looks for now. Um but yeah, let me know what you guys think. For me, I think it's nicer, but I really wanted more towards the One Plus Open because I think that was the best ratio last year out of the Pixel 9 and that one. I think that was the best one. So yeah. All right. And then we have the Pixel 9 series, and this one is pretty interesting. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. This one is pretty interesting because of the fact that, we have these three models. So that is the 9, the 9 Pro, and the 9 Pro XL, which are going to be the three models we have besides the foldable. So besides the foldable, it's going to be these three. Now, there is going to be the new Tensor G4, and it is supposed to be substantially better than the Tensor G3 from this past year. So I'm really all for that. So hopefully it still keeps going that way. Now, in terms of processing power, let's take a look at this. So we have 1-to-1 of the top processor. It's 3.1 versus 2.9, so not that much of a difference there. But I think where it's really going to count is the 3 2.6 hertz instead of the 4 2.37. So I think that's going to make a bigger difference. And then also an upgrade in the lowest tier one, which is the 1.95 versus the 1.7. I think this should give a better battery life, which is what we're hearing basically, but it also should definitely give it better performance. So in terms of this, it looks like it's a 15% boost compared to last year and a 40% boost in energy efficiency. So again, energy efficiency I think is the biggest thing for sure. Now, in terms of the actual how they compare, you have to see that obviously it's a big jump up from year over year over what 100,000 in terms of the score, so increase in terms of benchmark. So that's pretty good. But I also am kind of curious that it looks like the better cooling system is with the 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL. Now, the 9 and the 9 Pro to the 9 Pro XL probably about the same. That's in the margin of error, so I don't think that's that much of a difference. But the 9 to the 9 Pro is substantially different. So my guess is the 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL will have a better cooling system compared to the 9, which is fine. The 9 is more for keeping price down, so I think that's all we care about. So that is fine. Keep the 9 at the $700 price range. Keep the 9 Pro maybe at the 800, 900, maybe 850 price range. I think would be great for this one. And then keep this at the $1,000 price range. And I think most people will be happy with those kind of prices. We'll have to wait and see though. Or if you can do 700, 800, 900, yeah, I think you have a better win on your hands with that. Audio is still looking good, so happy about that. All right, and then we have some news on the iPhone, and it looks like the iPhone will have the thinnest bezels it's ever had, by far. So the 16 Pro compared to the 14 Pro is going to go down almost a full millimeter. And that is substantial when it comes to bezels. So that is going to be pretty huge. So that's going to be the 14, right? And then even to the 15 Pro, that's going to be 0.5 millimeter. So pretty impressive that we're going to get those thin of bezels. But I do have to ask you guys, how much are you guys really interested in thinner bezels? Do they make that much of a difference to you? Did you notice it from the 14 to the 15? And now that the 16 is even getting thinner, is that really substantially better for you? Let me know. You know, we had no bezels with the Edge design from Samsung a couple of years ago. So I don't know if people really were that much more excited about it, or if, you know, I'm not sure. It's kind of interesting to see why that is, basically. But let me know what you guys think in terms of it. That, are you happier with thinner and thinner bezels? Or are you worried that that means that, hey, you know, if I have a screen protector or a case, will that affect it because it's so thin? That's what I often think about. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, and then we do have some FCC certifications that just came up, and that is that we are looking that it will be the Z Fold 6 will be Wi-Fi 6E instead of Wi-Fi 7, which is kind of interesting. Like, why that would be? I don't know that, you know, I don't know why they would kind of skimp out on it on this one, is unless that is something that you put on the Ultra that you didn't put on this one. So that is definitely a possibility that we could have there. And then finally, it does look like all of these, speaking of FCC, they all have passed FCC certification. So it looks like we are getting the Galaxy Buds Pro 3s, the Z Fold 6, the Z Flip 6, and of course the Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra. All of these have passed through certification. So while we don't know if there will be a Z Fold Ultra, we don't know if there will be a Z Fold Slim or a Flip FE, we do know that these are all real. So all of these are coming to fruition. These are all past FCC certification under these names. So these are definitely coming out within, I mean, it's looking like, again, the announcement will be July 10th. That's what the rumor has been for a while now. And it's looking like it will be in Paris. All right, guys. And now let's get to your questions. As long as this keeps going on, I think we'll kind of keep it rolling. But obviously, you know, we had technical difficulties in the beginning. And I don't know. Now it's weird, right? Because this is what happened the last week, which is it gave us issues in the beginning and then it worked fine thereafter. Not sure why, but it kind of sucks. We'll see. All right. Let's get to your questions. And yes, I do apologize for all the mic issues that everyone's been talking about for sure over the past few weeks. Oh yeah, and if you haven't, thank you, Quiet Storm, for letting you guys know. We do have the top 4 smartphone accessories ever made on the channel right now. I guarantee you, you will never find a better cable. You will never find a better charger. You will never find a better any of the things, the kickstand, and a vlogging thing that is really cool. That one I might give a separate video for, but there's just really crazy smartphone accessories that, trust me, you'll want to buy at least one of them. And especially because most of them are under 30 bucks. So not a bad way to go right now. All right. Nice to see some of you guys in the chat. Some I haven't seen for a while. Six Maxwell, and thanks for stopping by. I saw someone else too. TFR 60, man. I haven't seen for a while. Hey, Mullo Baby, thanks for stopping by. Thank you guys, Paul. All right, let's get to some of the questions. I'm going to get the S10e in a couple of weeks from Amazon. Nice. Just a secondary phone? Because I think you had another phone, right? You just want to have 2 phones, or why? I am thinking about IVPM. What's the best ones? A VPN? Was that what you meant to say? Let me know. Wi-Fi 7 chips would have added over $75 to $100 on the product unit. Makes sense then. Thank you, Mola Baby, for letting us know that. Yeah, $75 to $100 more does not need to, like, you do not need Wi-Fi 7. I mean, to be honest, most people in the US right now do not have Wi-Fi 7. Actually, let me ask you guys, what internet do you guys have right now? Do you guys have Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, or Wi-Fi 7? Let me know in the comment section. I myself have Wi-Fi 6. I don't even think I have. No, yeah. Sorry, I do have 6E. I have 6E. But even I don't have 7 at my house. So let me know what you guys have in the comments section. Your phones, just so you know, will more likely have it at the top. So like mine, just turn this down. Mine has that little Wi-Fi 6 right there at the top. So your phones typically will tell you what kind you have on there. So let me know in the comment section. Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E. I do hope the mic issues will be resolved by the next stream too. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is. Just insanely frustrating when it comes to all this. So yeah. I already yesterday will be delivered from June 13th to 19th. Why would it take so long to deliver it to me? It could be your address, or it could be just, you know, if you're in a metropolitan city, it's obviously quicker. But the other thing could be is that, you know, if it's not directly from Amazon's warehouse, meaning that the seller sell and puts all their stuff in Amazon warehouses, then they ship it directly from themselves, which can take longer. Delivery from Amazon depends on location, where shipped from, such as foreign, domestic, and if it's in stock or not. There you go. That's another good answer. Thank you, Alana. Did I get that right? Let me know. I always know there's different ways to pronounce the name. I know because it's a double L. I'm not sure. Mint Mobile Deadpool collab. Yeah, no. Have any of you seen the Deadpool 3 popcorn bucket? That is something. That is something. Let's see. I actually don't know what Wi-Fi I have now that I think about it. Yeah. Again, that way, like if you see your smartphone and it does have a 6 or a 7 at the top of it, you probably have Wi-Fi 5. That's the easy way to think about it. Let's see. Any news on the new Galaxy Tab? No, I do not think we're going to get an update to the Galaxy Tab now. Honestly, and it might be because of the fact that, you know, I don't know if Samsung needs to update the 9. There wasn't that much of a demand for the 9 as is, as far as I know. So I think we might get, you know, further back. You know, we could get it around the times of November. Sometimes Samsung does release new tablets during that time frame before the holidays hit. But I could also see them just like, we don't need to do it till like, you know, CES in January of next year, or even the next Unpacked event with the Galaxy series phones. So yeah, that's what I see could happen as of right now, because we haven't heard anything about the new tablets. I want it for fun in middle school. Makes sense. What do you think of Google Gemini AI? I would say the search needs a lot of work. If you have heard about how the search has been going, it has definitely not been doing that well. So yeah, it's definitely, the search for Google Gemini has not been doing that well. In terms of like, you know, just overall use, I use it to create, I like AI the most right now to create images for me, or to generate certain things for me in images, because I want to use AI more for like thumbnails. That's my idea of what would be perfect for AI. I can't do that yet, really. So that is, but that's my end game of like how I imagine AI could help me, is help create great thumbnails. Um, the one actually for the top 4 smartphone accessories, that one was actually made by a person that I hired to make a thumbnail, because I wanted to see, you know, all right, and that was like a $30 job, right? So $30 to make a good thumbnail. Let me see what they can come up with. It didn't have that best click-through rate, so I don't think that that one did well. So I think I'm gonna try like another kind of style, but that's, I think the biggest thing is to kind of, for me, is to use it for thumbnail purposes. I don't I don't know if I would ever use AI to create a script, because it hasn't been good enough for that. I would say though that I used to use AI for resume or stuff along those lines. So I would put, if you take a look at the job you're applying for, right? Take that, take all the bullet points there, and say, I want to build a resume that would be good when applying for this job, and with these qualifications. That is probably the best thing I have personally used AI that it's been does well for, because it just basically takes the SEO that you need to know for your resume, because a lot of these companies have resume scanners, right? So if you like, okay, this is what I want, to have a good quality resume, and bam, it will just plug it in so that it will use the words that the companies are looking for. So yeah, that's what I would say I've used AI the most for with Gemini AI. And I am paying for Gemini Advanced right now. I don't know if I'll keep doing that, but we'll have to wait and see. Have you ordered one of the Snapdragon laptops? If so, which one? No, I have not. So I said this on last week's I was going to say podcast. I said this on last week's show that basically, um, I knew I'm not going to get to the new laptops for another 2 weeks. I have a lot of really cool stuff, some stuff that's literally on my desk that I can't show yet under embargo and all that. And yeah, some really cool things in different parts of the house right now, actually. And more things coming. Some basic stuff like desk and chairs, and some more advanced, cool new things. Yeah, so lots of different products coming out. Plus, I still have like these videos coming out for like the A series, so the A 25 and the A55. So doing videos on both of those two, on how to take better photos and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so lots of sponsored ones and lots of different videos coming as well. So all that being said, with all of those, I knew I wouldn't get to a Snapdragon laptop for at least 2 to 3 weeks. So I was not going to pre-order one. I am going to wait. And for me, I don't know if I'm going to keep it, quite frankly. So I was going to buy an open box one, and I recommended anyone would do the same. Most of these don't come out till June 15th, between June 10th and 15th for most of them. Some of them might come out this week, but most of them are June 10th to 15th. So I'm not too much of in a rush to like, oh, I need to get pre-order now. I'm just going to buy it when it comes out. So yeah. All right. And in terms of which one I will get, I'm not sure yet. It is going to come down to, I do want an OLED. I do want lightweight, and I'm looking for more of a 14-inch and under. So I'm not looking at the 16-inch models. So that's what I'm really looking for in terms of if I would get one. The main thing I want to see is, can I do video editing on it? But DaVinci Resolve, the editing program I use, won't have the updates till this summer for it to work on Snapdragon processors. So until that happens, I'm not much of in a rush to do it anyway. So that's what I'm waiting for, because that's what I need to test to see if I'm going to keep it or not. For me, the whole idea behind this Snapdragon series isn't finding a good work laptop. Because I'll tell you right now, the laptop I reviewed 2 weeks ago, the MSI, is lighter, thinner, cheaper, and better than all of these new Snapdragons. All of them. It's better than all of them in terms of that specific thing. For work tasks, none of them, I believe, have 32 gigs of RAM unless you're talking well over $2,000. The MSI I reviewed is $12.99. It's the one I got for my wife. It's an OLED display. It lasts over 10 hours, no problem. And it did everything I needed to with 32 gigs of RAM and an Intel Ultra 7 processor with decent dedicated graphics. So that was perfect for everything of those needs. So for a work laptop or school laptop, that is what I would recommend. The idea of these new Snapdragons are only an upgrade of, can you also do video editing with a cheap, affordable, lightweight laptop? And lighter weight than what I currently have, by the way, because what I have is an Asus G14. So just kind of let you guys know what I work with and what I would consider these laptops for. So the Asus will not have as good of a battery life, right? This, is a workhorse. So this is the exact model I have. There is a newer one. Um, but when this was out, this was going for over, let me just, when this was out, it was going for about $2,000. I got it on sale for about 1,500. And I had the RTX 4070 model. So this would be the new equivalent of it. So this is literally the upgrade of mine. It has everything that mine has. I upgraded stuff. Like I have way more storage. I have 4 TB of storage. I have 40 gigs of RAM. And it has a newer processor compared to the current one I have. However, the big thing with this one was, or the big thing that I will say that this has, is going to be the weight isn't that much compared to most other laptops. This one is 3.31 pounds, so very lightweight. Now, most of these new laptops with the Snapdragon processor are under that. They're 2.5 to 2 to 1.5 for the most part. So they're much lighter, and that I would be makes me very interested in the new Snapdragon ones. Plus the much longer battery life, which this does not have. But that's my thought process behind it. This would still be way better for gaming because Snapdragon will take a while before gaming catches up. But video editing and photo editing is a possibility within the summer. All right. Just a question: who's your favorite Batman? Favorite Batman would still be Bruce Wayne. But my favorite DC character is Nightwing. Yeah, that's always been, Dick Grayson, definitely my favorite, just because he was one who I saw growing up as, right? Like I saw growing up as Dick Grayson because, Batman was older as adult, but hey, the little sidekick right there could be me. I haven't seen it yet. Deadpool bucket. What? Oh yeah. Oh, you need to see the Deadpool bucket if you haven't seen it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and. Will I get canceled for this? um, let's see. Deadpool bucket. All right. You need to see the video to really do it full, but this is the Deadpool bucket. Yeah. Um, but yeah. Let's see. I just got the S24 Ultra. Don't have a watch. Should I get the 6 or wait for the 7? I would wait for the 7 at this point because the 7 is supposed to have a much better battery. So to me, that's worth waiting for. The 6 will last about, for my purposes, and again, let me know in the comment section how you guys do. For me, I would get to 2 days, but really more it's a day and a half because on the second day I will need to charge it essentially. That's what I get, but others might get less or more. Have you seen the short film Batman vs. Darth Vader? I believe there are a couple of them, but I have watched at least 2 of those, and yeah, they're good. I think the S10 tablet in 2025. Hey, Mola Baby actually has something on this one. He always gives us the scoops. S10, S10 Plus, and S10 Ultra may or may not be at Unpacked. They have 2 production in-house, Exynos and Snapdragon Gen 3. They did not pick up the X2 chips. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, it looks like that there will be, that more than likely, it seems like, it will be at Unpacked. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it sounds like you better. Good to hear. I was just thinking that actually before I got started that I actually feel better. I still have a little bit of like buildup in there. I was literally trying to get my doctor, for long story short, change her appointment thing, and it's just not working right now. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just call there tomorrow to just make sure I'm fine. Um, let's see. Has anybody noticed T-Mobile download speeds are a lot fast, but upload seems to be slower? I have not. Let me do a test though right now. Get off my Wi-Fi's and use my 5Gs, and I'll see that running. Man, my internet at my job sucks. I will say that. um, my favorite Batman was the animated series. It is the best Batman for sure. I am Batman. It was just so iconic. Um, how can I stop duplicate text messages on the S22 Ultra? Thank you. What text message service are you using? I have heard that there's been some issues with the Samsung Messages service, so I would recommend maybe try using the Google Messages, because apparently Samsung Messages has had some issues for the last month or two, from what I hear. So in terms of download speed, I am at 640 megabits. And then in terms of upload speed, I am only at 17. So yeah, I don't know if that is for sure worse than before, but it's definitely lower in terms of, yeah, like, so looking back a little bit, I can see in some areas that I had 242 down, but 60 up, which is way lower than what I have now, obviously. Um, but sometimes I got around the same amount, so not sure. My area is has the new Sprint 5G skeleton that was just activated a little while ago, though. So yeah, nothing is better than Bat Metal. Are you referring to the comic? Because I think that's what it was called. I'm not always familiar with the names, but I'm not sure if you meant um, the what do you call it? Um, the death metal series that went through. Uh, oh, I'm not sure. No, that's something different. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Let's see. Issues that may cause the new tablets to come out with the S25 Unpacked is the royalty payment demands per unit by Qualcomm. They want a bigger share due to the success of the S24 series. That is interesting. Okay. So the new tablets might come out with the S25 because of that. So we'll have to wait and see. Um, let's see. What is the S10? What is the Galaxy S10 Lite? Was there an S10 Lite as well? I forgot because there was an S10 Lite and an S10e. Let me do a quick comparison for you. All right, let's take a look at these because I do not remember both of these being out at the same time. So apparently the Lite came out a year later than this one, released in 2019, released in 2020. Um, okay, so this one has better glass. This one might not have water protection. I doubt that. Sometimes they just don't. Okay, so oh, the 10e was like a smaller version of the S10 series, whereas the S10 Lite was a cheaper version. Is immediately from looking at these what I see. So this was a 5.8-inch screen, so very small. This was a 6.7-inch screen, but again, a much lower one. In terms of the processors, same processor, 855. Both had the same built-in storage. Both had the same speed of storage. So this one had the 12 megapixel camera with the dual pixel autofocus. Sorry, my nose starting to mess up. Oh well, my 5G speed is 273 up and 4.83 down. Wow. So yeah, this one had better quality in terms of the actual size. This is much bigger than this one. So the cameras were better quality on this, but what they had on this one was essentially just more megapixels to make it look better, kind of like the A series basically. But yeah, even the selfie camera is way bigger on this one than this one. So yeah, overall the 10e was the better one, and it even has a faster USB. Overall the 10e was a better phone. It just that this one was a cheaper version basically. Kind of like consider it an A series, but a little bit better. Missed the Z Fold 7. What's the difference between the Z Fold 5 and Z Fold 6? So Z Fold 5 compared to Z Fold 6, we were just looking over the difference of size. So it's going to be slightly bigger, and we've had several leaks on that one. So this is Z Fold 6. More square design and bigger cameras, but we do not yet have confirmation on the quality of those cameras. Mucus is building. Sorry. But yeah, so that's going to be some of the differences. All right. Did you get tickets to Deadpool opening night? Can't wait. I think I got Friday night tickets, but yeah. Kind of hate they never made the equivalent of the Batman animated series for Wonder Woman, Flash, etc. Of course, Green Lantern. Yeah, I mean, we did have Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. That did have all of them, and some of those episodes were based only on each of those characters. So we had Flash centric episodes, we had Wonder Woman centric episodes, and Green Lantern definitely had a lot of them because of Hawkgirl and his relationship. So we did have those, but we didn't have solo series like Batman and Superman had. Unfortunately, by the time they would have done those, WB was kind of moved around and different things were important to them. Sorry, my nose is really frustrating me right now. And I'm talking like this. Um, an Unpacked 2025 expect a debut of AI subscription offer for Galaxy AI 2.0. There may or may not be a free level, an ad supported one, alpha testing now, and fully paid for one. I think that will do horrible. I'm going to be honest. I think a AI subscription will not work on a smartphone, at least not from Samsung. Here's why. I would rather pay Google to have an advanced AI system because I can use that on my laptop and on my phone. If I can't use Samsung's AI on my laptop as well, it's not going to work well for me. At least that's my opinion. Um, yeah. All right, yeah, I got my warning. I think we will call that a night just because my nose is beginning to have issues now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. More videos coming in this week. One's already done. It's just waiting for a brand to approve. So that'll be cool. You'll get to see what I did on my trip to New York. And then we're going to be seeing some other videos. I will probably do the A20, A25, and A55. One of each of those by the end of this week. And then we have some more videos coming from a vacuum to some hidden things here and lots of fun stuff. All right, guys. I will catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give a like, thumbs up before you head out, and hopefully we will have no audio issues next week. Thank you as always again for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy.
Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Also, follow us on social media at YouTube Tech Guy, and check out some